Everyone recognizes the Houston Astros, a model organization that went through hell and back to build a consistently great team. This year marked their sixth straight ALCS appearance. They've been a dominant force in this league for years, and it also marks their fourth World Series appearance since 2017. There's nothing to be said about how good the Astros have been over this run, continually replacing star players with star players that meet that standard or even exceed it. But while the Astros are a prototypical postseason juggernaut, the team that opposes them in this World Series is not. I think it's safe to say that the Philadelphia Phillies have shocked the world in October. Heading into this season, the Phillies made a splash in free agency, signing Kyle Schwarber and Nick Castellanos to multi-year contracts. With this being said though, it still looked like an uphill battle for them to make some noise during the season and finally snap their now decade-long postseason drought. So how can this miracle team take down what might be the best-run organization in baseball? During this postseason, the Phillies have rode the bats of a select few guys, specifically the top of the lineup. Kyle Schwarber and Rhys Hoskins have had their moments so far, but Bryce Harper may be putting together one of the greatest postseason performances of all time. Through 46 plate appearances, he is slashing a ridiculous 419, 444, 907, with 5 home runs and a 271 WRC+. Through his time in Philly, Harper has proved time and time again that he truly is a superstar and belongs in that category. He was once one of the most hated players in baseball, and now it seems like everybody likes him as a player and as a person. After receiving a 13-year, $330 million contract preceding the 2019 season, many were skeptical of the Phillies for making such a commitment. He has now gone from being labeled as overrated to being a star in our game, and honestly, I couldn't be happier for him. Now in his first playoff run since 2017, he's playing on another level. Though he was injured for a chunk of the season and missed over 60 games, he's still been leading the charge for the Phillies, and that has only been amplified as the playoffs go on. Another reason for this Phillies run possibly ending with a trophy lies with the fantastic 1-2 punch that they have in the rotation with Zach Wheeler and Aaron Nola. They are the foundation of the entire pitching staff, and this year they combined to start 68 games, good for about 42% of the Phillies' overall games. To start with Nola, he posted a 3.25 ERA in 205 innings pitched, made even better with his 29.1 strikeout percentage. His 2.58 FIP and 6.3 F4 were both easily career-high marks. As for Wheeler, he pitched to a 2.82 ERA with very impressive peripherals along with a 4.1 F4. Like is the case with Harper, these two have been terrific in the playoffs so far. Rhys Hoskins is another guy who not only had a great regular season, but is performing here in the playoffs. In the regular season, he was able to play in 156 games with 30 home runs and a 122 weighted runs created plus. Now in the playoffs, his numbers have dipped just a bit, but he's posted an insane .545 slugging percentage with 5 home runs and 47 plate appearances. He's had such a massive impact on this lineup to come in and bat number 2 to set the table for the Harpers and Real Mutos of the lineup. Leadoff hitter Kyle Schwarber, who just signed a massive contract with the Phillies, has also contributed to this lineup as a power piece. He finished second in home runs to none other than Aaron Judge this season, who broke the AL single-season home run record. Schwarber had been just a barely above-average hitter for most of his career before monster 2021, in which he slugged 32 home runs with a 145 WRC+. This is of course why the Phillies signed him. He hasn't been as overall productive as he was last year, but what he did do was hit 46 home runs to lead the entire National League. This playoffs, he's walking at nearly 20% rate and has an incredible .375 on-base percentage. He's just one of the top guys in the lineup that does nothing but produce and produce some more. It wouldn't be a video about the Phillies if I didn't talk about their catcher, JT Realmuto. He just finished the best season of his time in Philly and probably the best of his career in all, playing in 139 games and collecting an extremely impressive 6.5 F4. He caught the most innings for a catcher this year and was also easily the best in terms of F4. He's proved to be such a valuable piece for this team, maybe even more so on defense than on offense. Surprisingly enough, their bullpen has been somewhat effective during the postseason, something that had notoriously plagued them in years past. It's all coming together for the Phillies right now, but can they beat the Astros, who haven't lost in the playoffs yet and won nearly 20 more games in the regular season than the Phillies did? I really think they can, and I'm going to predict the Phillies to win this series in 6 games.